Hey there, Saki here from Saki Tech, and in today's video, I want to do a full unboxing, initial setup, and a quick demonstration for the DJI Phantom 4 drone. Now, this is the fourth drone in the series, and it is now quite an advanced device. Some of the greatest features, I think, are the extended battery life, which allows for 28 minutes of flight time, and also 3.1 miles of range. It also has some fantastic vision, where it uses sensors in the front to avoid obstacles. So if you're flying the drone towards the wall, it will detect it and either stop or go over the wall. With the previous drones, they would crash right into that wall. And obviously the whole point with these camera drones, in addition to the fun factor, is that you can record video. The built-in camera is able to record 1080p at 120 frames per second, as well as 4K at 30 frames per second, as well as 12 megapixel photography. Anyway, this isn't a review video, so let's unbox this thing to see what's lying inside, and later I will set up the drone and prepare it for flight, and then I will show you how to start the drone so we can see some action. When you first open the box, you'll see a foam case. This is actually a carrying case that comes with your drone purchase. It is certainly a cheap case. It's just built completely out of foam, but it gets the job done, and I would actually use this. It's certainly nice to have it, but if you ever need something more rugged, you can always go and buy one. To unlock the case, you simply pull the latch out, just like that, and you twist the key to make sure it opens up, just like that. And let's quickly remove that sticker that has a small tutorial on it. Just peel it off, and there we go. And the moment of truth, and there's the drone reveal. Wow, you can definitely sense the quality. So let's pull everything out. That's the remote control right there. Ah, what a nice feel. Put it right over there. Let's pull out the user manuals and stuff like that. Packaged nicely. And there's that beautiful drone. Feels really good in the hand. And there's a black bag over here. Probably has the propellers in it. The power cable. Charging adapter. Alright, put it right over there. And I'm going to keep these on the side, but we do have a USB OTG cable and a micro USB cable. So in that black bag, we did have 8 total propellers. And as you know, the drone only needs 4 propellers, so we have an extra set just in case. So that is in fact the front of the drone, and there's a camera right there hanging at the bottom, and that is also looking right at us. And if you look at the controller, it has a clamp right on top of it, and that clamp is designed to hold a tablet or a phone. And in a couple minutes, I'm going to mount my iPad to that clamp, and you're going to see exactly what it looks like. And of course, the drone comes with a battery, and it's in the back of the drone. So you press that button and pull it out. It is a pretty large battery. Now this 6,000 milliamp hours battery charges in 1 hour and 20 minutes from 0 to 100 using the included charger. And of course the controller has a built-in battery as well, and that charges in 3 hours and 40 minutes from 0 to 100. Also, by tapping the power button, you can get the battery life. So we have 3 bars on this, and let's do the same thing on the drone. Tap the battery, and we only have 2 bars. So clearly both of these guys need to be charged. So always make sure they're fully charged before you go and fly these things. Now I am about to attach the propellers on top of the drone motors. But just take a look at the propellers. As you can see, 2 of the propellers have a black ring and the other 2 propellers have a silver ring. There is a reason for this, and let me show you why. So you have to make sure the propeller that has a black ring goes on top of the motor that has the 3 black dots. And obviously this is what it looks like once they're attached. As for the propeller with a silver ring, that has to go onto the motor that has no black dots. So make sure you guys align these properly, otherwise the drone is going to crash. And here we have a complete setup. We have the batteries fully charged. I even downloaded the DJI app from the App Store for the iPad, and I put the iPad on the clamp on top of the controller. This stuff looks amazing. So let's launch the app and do a first time setup. Now with the first time setup, you also have to do a first time activation using the application, and they are going to ask you to create a DJI account. Alright, so let's click next, and it's going to ask you to pick a name. So I named mine Saki Drone. Click continue, and they want you to choose a control mode. I highly recommend you go with mode 2, which is the default controls. And of course click continue. And click continue here again. You can always come back here to customize the buttons. We're just going to go ahead. And the next screen is going to ask you to pick the metrics and the video output format. So based on what country you are, you can make your choice, and let's move on by clicking continue. And also, if you're new, make sure you enable the beginner's mode. This is going to limit the altitude that your drone can ascend to 95 feet. And it's also going to make sure that your drone does not take off unless there's a valid GPS signal. Click continue, and here they're going to ask you to create a brand new account unless you already have one. Create the account and then sign in, and then you can activate your product. And boom, click activate and you're good to go as soon as you connect to the server. So our account is now active, so let's start over. Let's turn on the remote control first. Double tap on the power button and hold it, and that's going to activate the remote. Do the same thing, tap and tap again and hold until it powers up, and of course it's going to light up. The drone is going to light up. There we go, the camera is aligning itself. Beautiful. And then you can tap on that blue camera icon. Let's do that and see what happens. So tap the camera, and there we go. That's the full view of the front camera on the drone. And it is connecting right now to my drone, trying to acquire some kind of satellite. And let me just show you a couple things. The first button on the top, the first button, it's called the auto takeoff. What happens is when you tap that button, the aircraft, the drone will take off. It's going to hover at an altitude of 4 feet, and it's just going to stay there. So this is an automatic mode. You do not have to actually touch the controllers or the remote control at all. You simply tap that button on the iPad screen and the drone just flies into the air and hovers in front of you. Now on the other side, you've got the camera control, so you can tap that camera icon which is right above the home screen on the iPad, and that's going to take a picture. You will have the option to go into the manual mode where you can control the exposure of the camera manually. So if you're some kind of professional who wants to control the exposure manually, just slide the button over, tap on M, and that brings up the manual mode, and from here you can change the ISO, you can change the shutter speed, and all that good stuff. Alright, so we did the unboxing, which was the main purpose of this video. We also showed you how to charge the battery and then download the DJI app on your iPad and perform a first time initial setup and activation. So let me quickly show you how to manually start the motors on this drone. So as you can see, we have two sticks right there. So all you have to do is pull them down and inwards, and that's going to start the motors. So the drone is still going to be on the ground, but the motors will start to rotate, and that means the drone is ready for takeoff. And then you can use the controls to ascend or descend the drone. Now because we are indoors, I'm not going to risk flying the drone, but what I will show you is how to manually shut the motors off. So we start the motors, so now let's stop the motors. To do so, pull down the left stick and hold it until the motors shut off. And there we go. Alright guys, well thank you for watching this video. Subscribe to Saki Tech for more videos to come, and hopefully I'll be making some more drone videos to show you how this thing actually works. Have a fantastic day.